Star Theater time from coast to coast, starring James Melton.
I will bring you music as swiftly as a dove. My song will fly. Through the starlit spaces, the joyous notes take wing across the sky. And in the music of love that I am bringing, may there be an echo to fill the night with singing. Oh, let me bring you music from within my
Coast to coast, welcome you to the TEXACO Star Theater, ringing up the curtain on a half hour of friendly fun and music with James Melton, David Brookman and the orchestra, our Sunday evening visitor, lovely Jane Lawrence, and our special guest, Ed Wynn, the fire chief. Car owners, there's warm weather ahead. Protect your car now with the complete Texaco spring changeover. Your Texaco dealer gives cars the quality protection of Haviland, Texaco's premium motor oil, the oil that's 100% distilled to keep engines clean. He'll safeguard vital chassis parts with Marfax, Texaco's famous chassis lubricant. He'll see to it that the transmission and differential get the right seasonal lubricant. See your Texaco dealer now for a complete spring changeover. And now here is James Melton.
Thank you, John, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, the year's repeating its old story again, and we come once more to its most charming chapter, April. It's time for simple songs for lovely new voices, and tonight we at the Texaco Star Theater are going to bring to you both. Our singing visitor tonight is a young lady whose voice is just as lovely as she is, Miss Jane Lawrence. And now I'd like to start the proceedings with a Cole Porter song that's just as simple, too, as April, and it's called I Love You.
As once more she sees daffodils, they sing again and birds on the wing again start to sing again the old melody. I love you, that's the song of songs. And it all belongs to you and me.
Now it's time for Miss Jane Lawrence to make her entrance here at the Texaco Star Theater. Welcome, Miss Lawrence.
Thank you, Mr. Melton. Nice to be here.
Well, I'm mighty glad that in your first number here with us that I can sort of join with you in a little duet.
Going to be Lehardt's Ever Beautiful Merry Widow Waltz.
Though I say not what I may not let you hear, yet the swing dance is saying softly, dear. Every touch of fingers tells me what I know. Says for you, it's true, I love you so. And to the music's chime, my heart is beating time, as if to give a sign that it would say, be mine, be mine. Our lips may say no word, yet in the heart a voice is heard. You cannot use but know I love you so. Oh, come away, away, music is calling, where there's a magic charm enthralling. To its ringing and singing, you lift your feet, follow the chime of the time of the water's beat. Oh, come away, away, music is playing, singer not fading today. Take your partner, choice is free. Will you please dance with me? Oh, I say not what I may not let you hear. Till the swaying waltz is saying, love me, dear. Tell me what I know. That for you it's true, it's true. I
Thank you, Dean Lawrence.
Say, James, did you know that tomorrow is April Fool's Day?
Why, yes, John Reed, I did. And our fire chief, well, he's already getting in practice. I understand somebody sent him out to look for a left-handed microphone.
Well, I guess he didn't find it, for here he comes now with his left-handed version of Gilbert and Sullivan's HMS Pinafore, the fire chief, Ed Wynn.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Hello, James. Now, the heroine, this is the opera Pinafore, Gilbert and Sullivan. The heroine of Pinafore, her name is Josephine. Yes, and she has a sylph-like figure. That is, no one likes it but herself. Anyhow, she has a figure that is really out of this world. But if she put a girdle on, she might be able to get it back in again. Now in the opera, little Dixie Cup enters with a lunch.
Wait a minute, Chief. Dixie Cup? You mean Buttercup?
Well, this is a 1946 version.
Oh.
Wait a minute. I thought that was subtle myself. However, little Buttercup, when you hear what she says,
What does she
She says, Josephine, for lunch you have some reg rub mill. Then Josephine looks at her bewildered. Says, what do you mean, reg rub mill? What do you think she said? She says that Limburger smells backwards. That was a strong joke. Now, the hero, if you remember the opera, the hero, Ralph, he's the sailor. He rushes in. Josephine says, I have just eaten some Limburger. And Ralph says, well, by gum. We can't wait.
But what a guy this Ralph is. This is very interesting. When Ralph was born, his parents were absolutely amazed. They were expecting a baby. Now, Ralph, the hero, Ralph is very, very bashful. First he kisses Josephine on the forehead, then he kisses her on the right cheek, then he kisses her on the left cheek. She says, keep scouting around, you'll find it. Isn't that good? Well, then Dick Deadeye, he's the villain, John.
Yeah.
Dick Deadeye, he hears this and he tells Josephine's father. Josephine's father is the captain of the good ship Pinafore. You know the opera?
Yes, I do.
Well, the ship Pinafore is really a baby flat top. It's really a safety pinafore. That was good.
That was very good, Pete.
Well, anyhow, Dick Deadeye says, Captain, your daughter has a secret. I know that she has a skeleton in her closet. The captain says, that's silly. She doesn't even know Sinatra. Isn't that good? I love operas. Anyhow, the captain runs to Josephine's cabin. He says, daughter, you cannot marry the sailor. You must marry the admiral. The sailor says, I guess I'm in a tight spot. Listen to this.
Yeah.
The captain says, anybody who wears sailor's pants is bound to be in a tight spot. Isn't that good, really?
That's lovely, Chief. Lovely.
I get paid for this, Anyhow, as the first act curtain comes down,
Yes.
the captain says to his daughter, says, Josephine, unless you marry the admiral, I will behead your sailor sweetheart. She throws her arms around the sailor and says, behead him. At last, dear, you will have your weekend off. This is very interesting. In the second act,
Yes.
John, of Pinafore, the admiral, that's the girl that the captain wants to marry,
Yes,
his
I
daughter. The admiral is boarding the ship, and he is so fat and heavy that when he steps on the deck, the whole ship lights up and says tilt. This is a beautiful version. The admiral says, Captain, are you a pirate? Because I saw a skull and crossbones on the side of the ship. The captain says, skull and crossbones? That was my daughter leaning out of a porthole. I think if these jokes were laying end to end, I think they are at that. Suddenly a storm arises on the ocean. The captain hollers, take down the sails, take down the sails. The admiral says, are you taking down the sails because of the storm? The captain says, no, but look at all the white shapes we can make out of them. He says, then the ship laces. The ship laces. And the captain is excited. He yells, someone wire me to the mast. And the admiral, who is a Scotsman, wires him. Collect. Ralph, that's the hero. He runs to rescue Josephine. He knocks on the cabin door. He says, it's Ralph. She says, who is it? He shouts, Ralph, Ralph, Ralph. And she says, I came here to wage you say there's a dog barking. Sometimes they sound silly even to me, But anyhow, they escape. The two lovers escape. Now, Dick Deadeye hears this, and he acts like a pig, and he squeals on them. Oh. And when the lovers reach land, Ralph says, darling, here's the engagement ring. How do you like the stone? Josephine says, give me time. I just started to look for it. Well, after the wedding, he says, darling, can you cook? And Josephine says, I took 2 courses in cooking. How to make biscuits and what to do till the doctor comes. Well, 2 years later, she says, dear, before we were married, you used to give me a penny for my thoughts. He says, yes, and now I give you $50 to shut up. This is so true to life. Yeah. Anyhow, the last scene shows Ralph about to become a father. This is a beautiful scene, John. Yeah. The doctor comes out and says, it's a boy. Ralph smiles and says, have a cigar, Doc. The doctor runs out again and says, it's twins. Ralph is excited. He says, have another cigar. The doctor rushes out again and says, it's triplets. Ralph says, here's some tobacco. Roll your roll.
This is the Texaco Star Theater with James Melton, David Brookman in the orchestra, Jane Lawrence, and our special guest, the Fire Chief, Ed Wynn.
Our next song was a great favorite of the beloved John McCormick. Although a typical Irish folk song, Kathleen Mavourneen was written by an English composer who spent most of his life in America. And maybe that's why it's reached the far corners of the world, and it's become the gentle favorite of all of us over here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here is John Reed King. No, it's not.
Wait a minute. Let me introduce John tonight, will you, James?
All right, Chief, go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, John Reed King. This is him now I'm introducing. On tonight's program, he will be our guest star.
You're right, Chief.
That was a quiet introduction.
Was it? Oh. And car owners, you will find a demonstration of magnificent power, superb power, ready for you at your Texaco dealers' premium Sky Chief pump. For all of Texaco's intensive wartime research in developing improved firepower reaches its peak in today's better-than-ever Sky Chief gasoline.
I didn't catch the name of the product.
The result is smooth, surging, flexible power that will make you feel the difference in your driving. With Sky Chief, you handle a car that feels alive.
Oh, pardon me for interrupting you, John, but speaking of being alive, when do you hear this? My uncle read in the newspaper that he was dead.
He was dead?
Yes. So he ran to the newspaper and said to the editor, you put in your paper that I was dead, and I want you to take it back.
Well, what happened, Chief?
Well, the editor said, we can't take back the statement that you're dead. But in tomorrow's paper, we'll put you in the brace column and start you all over again.
I'll start all over again.
Isn't that good?
Car owners with Sky Chief in the tank, your car is constantly alert, instantly responsive to your every driving command, every minute you're at the wheel.
Sounds fun.
You'll enjoy that feeling of driving luxury because today's better than ever Sky Chief is truly a luxury gasoline.
That word gasoline is like a red flag to the bull that's in me, you know.
Promise yourself this driving thrill, and you'll be proud, too, of the remarkably smooth, powerful way your car performs with today's better than ever Sky Chief. Get a tank full.
He sounds as if he had a tank full.
Remember, Sky Chief is your Texaco dealer's premium gasoline for those who want the best.
Yeah, well, I'll stick to my horse. I tried a car tonight just to bring me down to the theater.
Well, didn't you like it better than a horse?
What are you talking about? I was forced to park my car so far from the theater that I had to hire a horse to bring me the rest of the way.
A new song often helps a singer to greater popularity, and in turn, a singer can do much for a song. Such a combination is Day by Day, and tonight's newcomer to the Texaco Star Theater, Jane Lawrence. The microphone is yours, Jane, and may the song gain new charm because of you.
Day by day, I'm falling more in love with you. And day by day, my love seems to grow. There isn't any end to my devotion. It's deeper, dear, by far than any ocean. I find that day by day you're making all my dreams come true. So come what may, I want you to know. I'm yours alone, and I'm in love to stay as we go through the years, day by day by day, you're making all my dreams come true. So come what may, I want you to know. I'm yours alone, and I'm in love to stay. As we go through the years, day by
Very nice, Jane. It's seldom that the complete story of a drama of tragic love is ever compressed into a single song. And rare indeed is great popularity granted such a song. And yet few people that having heard the haunting words and music of Chloe can ever forget it. And I'd like to sing Chloe for you now.
Someone calling, no reply. Night shades falling, hear him sigh. Going
of night. I gotta go where you are. If it's wrong or right, I gotta go where you are. I'll roam through the dismal swampland, searching for you. I gotta go where you are. Oh, no place could be too far where you are. Ain't no change can find you. If you live, I'll find you. Love is calling me. I gotta go where you I gotta go where you are. Oh, no place could be too far where you are. Ain't no change can bind you. If you live, I'll find you. Love is calling. I gotta go where you
What next?
John, for our singing visitor next week, we're happy to welcome the very talented Miss Victoria School. David Brookman and his orchestra will be on hand. I'll have a few songs. And Edwin, the fire chief, is already weaving daffodils into the story of La Traviata. So we look for plenty of fun and music. Until then, friends, this is faithfully yours, James Melton, saying good night and see you Sunday.
Texaco dealers from coast to coast invite you to tune in next Sunday for another performance of the Texaco Star Theater and to drive in anytime. Remember, you're welcome. Whenever you hear the siren and bell, think of Texaco. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.